Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Calculus 1 at Hudson Valley Community College. In fact, this is a hybrid course, so you're going to be taking the course both online and coming to class. And I just wanted to welcome you to the class, but I also wanted to give you a few tips as to how to do your best. First important thing is you must really do the work online. This is primarily an online class. So that includes the readings, and you'll be reading your textbook, different sections of the textbook, and the readings are more important than ever because I won't necessarily be teaching the material in class with you. So reading the material is going to be very important. Also going through the online modules will be very helpful, and in those situations you're going to see that I've written up most of the work that we're doing in my own words, but I'm trying to translate it in the best way possible to you. So you want to read those sections, read the textbook, and then I think the best thing that's going to be to your advantage will be to watch the video. So each topic will be, we'll have a 10-minute video for each topic that will help you understand the topic, and it's basically a lecture and what you would get in class normally at a face-to-face meeting. But we are also meeting in class. So the question is, what are we going to do in class? And why is that important too? I think you're going to get more benefit out of this course than maybe the typical calculus student, because coming to class is important during a face-to-face lecture. But the problem ends up being that most of the time is spent lecturing the new material and trying to understand and deliver that new material, and not as much time is spent problem solving. And truly, where you're going to learn the most is by doing, and not just reading about it and understanding the algorithms and the methods. Those are all very important. But the most learning takes place, anything you do in life, when you do it. So I want you to think about this analogy. An auto mechanic has a set of tools. He or she is taught how to use those tools. The tools are sitting in his tool chest, but what good are they until he or she actually applies those tools to the vehicle and starts working on it? And only then does he or she really understand how to put the theory into practice. So I know how to use the screwdriver, I know how to use this ratchet wrench, I've been taught, and I know that I've seen the diagrams for replacing an alternator, but it's until you actually do it where you'll learn all the nuances and details about doing it right. So it's all about experience, and that's what we're going to be doing face-to-face. So the in-class meetings will be more about experience, more about problem solving, and I think you're going to benefit from it greatly. So the key is you want to come to class prepared. And to come to class prepared, you really need to, again, have done the readings, have read the module description online for that particular day, and also worked on some homework problems and tried some homework problems on your own. And then we can work on some of the more difficult stuff in class. I will also ask people on occasion to come to the board and show the class, teach the class how to do a particular problem. And I think there's a benefit in that too. You'll never be more prepared than when you need to deliver the material. So we'll be doing some of that as well. I think what I'd like to do is maybe give you a little bit of a preview of what the course looks like and maybe what you should be doing day to day and kind of what the schedule is going to look like for you. You're taking a class online and you're taking the class in the classroom. So you need to be present for both. It would be great if you said, hey, I'm taking a calculus course that only meets 2 days a week. This is going to be easy. It's actually going to be more difficult because of that. And not only that, we are not going to be delivering a lecture in class. So I will meet with you in class and I'll say, I'm assuming you have done the reading. I'm assuming you have watched the videos. And between the online experience and the face-to-face experience, you have the opportunity to ask questions. Now, you can't raise your hand during this video. I guess you could, but it's not going to do you any good. But you can also get into the discussion group. You get into the Ask Your Professor discussion group and post a question there, and I'll answer it very quickly. So you do have the opportunity to ask questions. You have opportunity to pause the video, ask a question, and you might even get a response from me within 5 minutes. I'm usually pretty quick about it, and then you can pick up from there. So do make sure that you're doing both the online work and present and prepared. That's the most important thing, is to be prepared in class. Again, I'm going to walk into class and say, okay, section C1, C2, I'm assuming you've done the reading. I'm assuming you've watched the videos. I'm assuming that because I didn't get any questions, let's say, that you understand. So now, to me, you're that mechanic that has the tool chest and has the tools. And our job will be to get in there, get dirty with these tools, and really start to work on some difficult problems. We'll be able to probably work on more challenging problems than most calculus courses, and that is clearly to your benefit to get the most deepest level of understanding. So what I'd like to do next, I want to take a quick look at what it would look like to go through this course online and what you should be doing. So I'm going to bring up the course website here. You'll be brought to the course homepage when you log in to the course online. And on the course homepage, you'll see right here, there's a nice welcome message for the course. Over here, course information documents, communication spaces, external resources down here. And let me zoom in so you can see that a little better. And then right here, you see week 1, August 29th through September 2nd. And this is where the actual content of the course resides. Week 1 is here. You'll see week 2 and week 3. They will actually pop up in there every Friday at 5 p.m. The next week's material will become available so you can get started on it. But I do want you to focus on each particular week. So starting here at week 1, if I click in here, you can see real numbers and the real line, the Cartesian plane, review of trig functions. Textbook readings are right here. Now, actually, it turns out for the Appendix C, which we are going to start in, these are clickable links. The textbook publisher has made available Appendix C as a PDF file for us. So great thing for us, since not everybody might have the book yet. Also, take a good look at what it says here. In class Monday, you know exactly what we're going to be doing in class. In this case, introductions, explanation of how the work will be divided by online and class time. Basically, what we're talking about now, material review. In class on Wednesday, we're going to do some material review, 5 to 10 minutes. Now, what that means is I will spend 5 or 10 minutes saying, hey, this is what you read. It was about trig functions. We solved some trig equations, let's say. We looked at angles, theta. We looked at radians and degrees. And so I will do a brief 5 to 10 minute discussion about the material. But it's simply not enough if you haven't read the material prior. It's so important to do that. So that's not going to be enough to be prepared for that class, but it is a nice little review. Moving on, in addition to talking about what we're doing in class, you can also see the online sections that you should be working on, online sections to complete. And I also have some deadlines here. So by Monday, you should really have completed section C1, and we'll get into that section in a moment so you can see what that looks like. By Tuesday, you should have completed section C2, and by completed I mean read the module online, which is my description, read the book, so read section C2, be working on the homework as well. So, and I'll talk more about the homework in a minute, but for starters, read the book, read the module, look at the videos. That's what I'm talking about in terms of online sections to complete. Now, by Wednesday, and you'll notice sometimes I'll say before class. So Monday, Tuesday, that's your schedule. You can do it anytime you like, morning, afternoon, evening. I'm just giving you a deadline, really, to get it done by the end of the day, let's say by midnight, just to keep you on task. But Sometimes it's going to say before class. So that particular topic, I really would like you to have completed before we meet in person. So that way, you're prepared for that particular material on Wednesday. So take note of that as well. Down below, we have homework problems. And again, these are homework problems that are due by those particular days. You should have them completed. By Tuesday, you should have completed this homework here. By Wednesday, before class, you should have completed this. So you can certainly do that Tuesday night. You can do that early Wednesday morning. But when you come to class, I'm assuming that you've completed that homework so that you're prepared to discuss it. And then by Friday, the last bit of homework for Section C1 is right there. So you don't have to have that one done by our Wednesday meeting. Quizzes, exams for this first week, none. And if there are any, we'll put that in there. More to explore. Generally, I'll put information in there if there's some external resources that I'd like you to look at. I'll put that right there. There's nothing for now. So as you continue down here, so we are in module week 1, and you continue down. That's just the summary. Now here's the material. So, okay, we go back here. It says by Monday you should complete C1. So you should really get into C1 and read it. So let me zoom out here, take a look. It is real numbers in the real number line. And this is all a description of this content and topic that I've written about it. Some graphics as well, interval notation. So here's some interval notation here. So this is the reading here. And down here, okay, the videos aren't really showing up too well right now, but we have real numbers in the real number line, solving inequalities in interval notation, and these will be videos here. These will be the videos that you'll be viewing here. And in this case, there's 3 of them for this particular. And they'll be right down at the bottom under associated videos. Here we go. Associated topic videos. So just taking a preview here, we go to section C2, and you're going to see the same thing. We're going to see information about the Cartesian plane. This is your reading online, basically, that I've written up for you. There are the associated topic videos, and of course, you should also be reading the book. Now, I also want to take a look at some more, give you more of a tour here. If you look at the left side, you'll see there's some buttons over here, and that's another great way to navigate. The course homepage, well, that's the page over here with the welcome message and all those other links. But if you dig in, you'll see your textbook information is here, course overview is here, course schedule is there, and instructor information is there. Those are all handy, quick links, but you can get to all those things from the course information documents. Let me click in here, and you'll see that those are all right there as well. So there's 2 ways to get to all that information. The textbook you should be looking at is this 10th edition of Calculus, Larson and Edwards, Cengage Publishing. And it provided some links here where you can actually purchase the textbook or rent the textbook. There are many different modalities of obtaining your textbook. And if you're comfortable with a digital version, you can do that. Okay, so you should have a copy of the textbook. Now, as we get started in this first week, you won't need one because Appendix C is available to us as a PDF file. So you should decide whether you're going to get your paper copy of your textbook or your online copy. And if you're getting an online copy, you decide whether you're going to rent it or purchase it online. Same with the book. Now, a couple things. We will have, this is a hybrid course, and certainly we're meeting online and we're meeting in the classroom, and we do different things in each. And if you look at the modules, it actually tells you right up front for each week exactly what we're doing in each modality. We will have quizzes and exams. Quizzes will be online. So there'll be 5 quizzes, and the quizzes will take place online. And you'll know when they are. I'm going to take a look at the course schedule in a moment so that you get an idea of when quizzes and exams take place. Exams will take place in the classroom. So you'll be taking your exams in the classroom. So the classroom is reserved for problem solving, quick review of the material, but mostly problem solving, It's going to be some of you coming up to the board and teaching the class what you've learned about a problem, and also exams and maybe some review as well. So if we take a look over here at the course schedule. So course schedule is right over here, or you can get it from the course information page as well. But course schedule looks like this. And it's over here. I'll keep it zoomed in so you can see it. But here's week 1. Here are the dates. Here are the readings. This is the homework. So these are the homework assignments right over here. These are the homeworks you should be working on day to day. Let me scroll this over a little bit so we can see this. Okay, so over here, you can look in this other column. If I can get to it here. I can't seem to get over there. It's a little hard. But hard to see, but if you look over here, you can see that we have exactly what we're doing in class and exactly what we're doing online. So let's see if I can make that a little clearer. I can't seem to do that. Anyway, I'll read it for you since it's probably tough for you to read. The first week it says class, and it talks about what we're doing. Introductions, Blackboard demonstration, material review, problem solving. Online, readings and videos. Down here, a little further, week 3, if you look, readings and videos, quiz 1 is highlighted right here. So you know that in week 3 there will be a quiz. It'll be conducted online. And the exams should be in here as well. They're not in here currently. I'll get those in there. Finally, at the very end of the course, in class, you see we're going to be doing final exam review, and then the last thing is the final exam itself. And that will be the last week of class. So the course is split again, online and in class. And if you look at that course schedule, you'll also know at a glance what we're doing in class and also online. So quizzes will take place online, and exams will take place in class, and the final exam certainly will take place the last week of class, and it'll take place on a Monday and a Wednesday, so it's split into 2 days. So take note of that as well. Okay, you do really need a calculator for this course. That's important. You really need a calculator, and I would suggest a graphing calculator, but it's not really required. Any scientific calculator will work well for you. If you know you're going to continue on into Calc 2, 3, etc., then getting a graphic calculator makes sense. Even if you get the lowest end graphing calculator, even a TI-83 Plus, which I use frequently, will do the job for you. So you don't really need the most sophisticated graphing calculator in the world, even a simple one. I taught this course for many, many years just using a basic scientific calculator. When you get to Calculus 2, it really it comes in handy to have a graphing calculator, especially when we start graphing in polar coordinates and parametric equations. Having a graphing calculator really is a nice time saver. Okay. Important to know why you're taking this course. It's important to be motivated to do well in this course. So that's a question you have to ask yourself. Some people are considering going on into a career in engineering or teaching or the sciences, and then I'm sure you know why a course in calculus is important. Others maybe are not, but I will say this, math is about problem solving, and that's why in this hybrid course we're really going to emphasize problem solving. Whether it's a math problem or changing an alternator or any kind of problem, your employer is going to want to know that you can solve problems. And actually, math really helps train your mind to do just that. And again, it's the whole concept of having a set of tools, having some problems over here that need resolution, and then you're in the middle. You're the one who takes the tools and applies it to the problem, and you come up with a solution. So I'm sure that your boss would be very happy to know that you're the one that can come up with a solution to the problem, whatever that problem is. So math is really good for training your mind to do that. A little bit about me, just so, and I'd like to learn a lot about you guys as well and what your goals are. I'm a graduate of Hudson Valley Community College, actually a graduate of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. I teach at Hudson Valley Community College. Love both institutions and learned a lot in both places, actually. Hudson Valley is such a great place to be. For many of you, it's a great stepping stone to the next level, a four-year school, like RPI, for example. And for some, you get your associate's degree and do very well in industry. All of our employers that hire Hudson Valley students report back and say that you guys are so well prepared and do a great job for them. So I know that you're at the right place. That holds true also for the schools, the four-year colleges, like RPI. They report back and tell us that our students, you guys are better prepared than some of their incoming freshmen. So take advantage of the resources that Hudson Valley has to offer. So again, I went to RPI. I graduated as an undergraduate with a degree in physics. Went back to get a master's degree in applied mathematics to kind of formalize my education as I was working on projects that required some advanced mathematics, and started a small company. So I not only have the academic background, but I also have experience in industry. I started a small company way back in 1994 over in the Rensselaer Tech Park, so not far from here. And it was an R&D company. And I had a business partner and a few employees, and worked at it for about 10 years. And we did a lot of great projects. Spent time at the Pentagon, spent time with the Navy, the Army. We did a lot of government research contracts, and it was a lot of fun. And I also learned a lot, and found that there is truly a real application to everything we do in a calculus class. It's not just learning how to problem solve. I did solve quite a few problems using math and computers. Put them together, and you can solve a lot of stuff. So that's what I did. I'm also a private pilot. I'm pretty passionate about that. I fly probably maybe twice a week. I'm also an instrument-rated pilot, so I fly in bad weather in the clouds. And the reason I bring that up, not only is it really one of my greatest passions, but I use math all the time. And all pilots really have to, in terms of navigation, in terms of flight planning, fuel planning, weight and balance, a lot of things you don't even know about when you get on board an airliner. A lot of calculations take place before that plane leaves the ground. And that's true of a private pilot, too. So you can imagine, as a small airplane is flying, if you put too much baggage in the back, that's going to put the nose up like this. It isn't going to fly very well. So we call that weight and balance. Not only is there a weight limitation on an airplane, you can't fly an airplane if it's too heavy, there's also a balance requirement, and that requires moment arms and all that stuff to keep the center of gravity in the right spot. So not a very difficult calculation, but calculation nonetheless. And navigation certainly requires mathematics, as does planning a flight. So I do want to welcome you to this course, and I want to help you through this process. And please take advantage of me as a resource. I'm very much available online. You can contact me through the Ask Your Teacher link, and I really recommend doing that so that your question, I'm sure a lot of other students have the same question, and so that conversation will not only help you, but will help others. You're certainly welcome to contact me by email as well, and you'll usually get a pretty timely, rapid response, checking my email and checking the course online pretty frequently. So take advantage of me as a resource. I also have office hours. You can look at those online to determine when I'll be in my office, and you can certainly stop by during my office hours for help. So again, welcome to Hybrid Calculus 1 here at Hudson Valley Community College, and I look forward to working with you, and I think this is going to be a very productive semester. So I will see you in class.